He'll step up and run this. He'll take this one up close to the first down marker. They spot it where the slide begins. That's a pickup of about 9.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They'll go play action here with McCarthy. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That one taken in by Douglas. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Packers.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Second and 10. McCarthy gonna look to throw again, and he's gonna be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's a third down and 4. To the air once more is McCarthy. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Here's Matt Araiza now. He's got the wind at his back as he's on to punt this one away. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Jaden Hicks on the tackle. So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Well, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
Third, they need 8. Here's Young. He's got a man. That's McMillan. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. They get 22 yards there. It's a Carolina first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Not much happening there, just a short gain.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 8. brought down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 9.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. He finds the big tight end, Tremble. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. First and 10. Now Young. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over. I mean, he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A second down throw for Young. A ball deep for the end zone. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So anytime you find yourself in 3rd and long, it's hard to really be unpredictable as a play caller because the defense knows it's most likely going to be a pass. They understand where the down and distance markers are, and there's really nowhere for him to go with the ball, and he has to throw it away.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. He'll get this ahead for about 3. J.C. Horn coming in from his quarterback spot to make the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He's got Douglas going deep, and that is caught. Well, he stayed in bounds. A terrific catch. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
Step 10 at the 21-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Mitchell. And he's going to be very close to the 1st down marker. Out of bounds after a gain of 9. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. He's going to keep it himself. And he's in. What a try. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, That is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
At their own 42-yard line.
Now a handoff, running right. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
38-yard line.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Out of the shotgun, Young. That'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up. The Panthers, they're going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. And 4. Here's Young to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Malachi Corley now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
On 2nd down, a run with Mitchell. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. They'll bring up 3rd down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game. Force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
Open man is Douglas. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. That'll be enough for a first down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On the ground, here's Mitchell. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 7. That is caught out wide on the RPO, and that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On the give, it's Mitchell. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, here's McCarthy. Off-balance throw. It's complete.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
This is 3rd and 6. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. He's got the 1st down and more than that. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball. The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. He's going to tuck it and go. Taking advantage of the room to run. A gain of 19 on the scramble.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
To throw is McCarthy. Trying to set up the screen to Mitchell. And he will get into the end zone. Peyton Mitchell. Touchdown, Packers. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne, and he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. The motion man is Sanders. Play fake. Here's Young. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
It might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the 1st sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Young. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. They needed 19, and that is exactly what they got. And they convert on 3rd and long.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big games like this.
He's taken down just shy of midfield. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Quick throw here is complete. And And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
On first down is Young. That's taken in, and it's Rico Dowdle. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Young. And they get to him and finally bring him down. It will go down as a sack.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs. Sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
Got his man down the field. It is a big completion. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
They'll run with Dowdle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Legette in motion. On 2nd down, Young. That's to the right, caught by Sanders. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 17-yard line. Nate Wiggins, the former first-round pick, in there to bring him down. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So, a big one looming for Jake Bates. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. A give to Mitchell. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll go again with Mitchell. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Here we go. 3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it in. He does. First down.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
Quick throw on the RPO to Harris. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, he could be coming back due to a flag.
And he tries to get to the edge, but cannot do it. Good job by the defense. No gain.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on third down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up first and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need...
It is brought in the end zone. Jack Bech, touchdown, Green Bay. The game-tying touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this fourth quarter lead.
The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the fourth quarter. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Young to throw on first down. That's taken in by McMillan. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. And fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Off the RPO, this is out to Evans. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Over the middle, he's got Leggett. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Well, nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he's close to another first down. He'll step out right at that first down marker.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
So, from the 37, here's second and 1. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9 at the Packers' 35-yard line.
Here's the pistol snap to Young. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. Now Young. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. That is a gain of 22, and it sets up first down and goal.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of the defense, and we saw it again here.
They'll drop the throw. That is caught to the goal line and in. Xavier Legette, touchdown, Panthers. And now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Panthers will line up for the two-point conversion.
Out of the shotgun, Young. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
On first down, here's McCarthy. This one complete right side to Harris. No challenge flags in the last 2 minutes from the sideline. All second looks will come from replay, and I think the referee's been buzzed here to get another look at this call, and it is a big one. On second down, here's McCarthy. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. They're going to work this down inside the 45. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To throw once more. Here's McCarthy. Once again, he gets it to Harris. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good gain on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
To the air once more is McCarthy. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Packers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Y'all got to pump my taste. Look, y'all can't talk about crazy.
They'll keep it on the ground. The hole closes quickly. They'll pick up about 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, keeps this to a modest gain at best.
At the Panthers' 23-yard line.
Here is 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, and to throw for McCarthy. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. And he'll be taken down, but good enough to keep this drive going. It's a 1st down.
And now we're at the point in the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. That's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
Now it's Mitchell. And the defense strings him out. He'll fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Packers going to use their final timeout now, and they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I'll do it for you.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. Out of That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
Here we go. One final play. Downfield, he's got Sanders, the tight end. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This is Jimmy Horn Jr. on the return. And he's stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get about 4 to the 29. It is 2nd and 6. Now a first throw here in overtime. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Young gonna keep it himself. They get 15 on that game. It's good for a Panther first down.
The advantage to this play call, Mike, is as an offense, you now can account for 1 extra defensive player. In this case, it's the quarterback reading the end. He goes after the running back. He pulls it, keeps it himself, picks up the first down.
On first down is Young. A throw, left side, caught by Sanders. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased. If you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with him again. He'll pop his head for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Young. He's got a man! That's McMillan! It'll be a pickup of 10. It's a Carolina first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. And he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Throwing on second down, Young. That's into the hands of McMillan on the slant. And the left first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
A run on first and goal. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Push back to the 11-yard line for second and goal. Throwing is Young. There's that man again. Another catch. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold him to a gain of 3. That's going to set up third and goal. Back to throw. Young. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Xavier Legette. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg, exactly the way you want to handle it when you get the ball to start overtime.
Absolutely, Mike. You want to strike first. You understand the defense is wearing down. It's been a long game. Now you are one stop away from getting out of here with a huge win.
The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. On first and 10, it's McCarthy. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. He'll try to run for it. And McCarthy's going to get down and pick up the first down. Good, smart play with the slide by JJ.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
On first and 10, it's McCarthy. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete.
This is something they teach defensive linemen, Mike, that, of course, we want to get to the quarterback and pressure and hit him and ultimately sack him. But if you don't think you're going to get there, when his hand comes off the ball, your hands go up. Get in that throwing lane, get a deflection, and he's able to force the incomplete.
And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. He's got a man! It's Harris! 14 on the pickup. Good for a Green Bay first down.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. This is caught at the 2. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Mitchell trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stopped him up short.
I give that defense all the credit in the world there, Mike. And offensively, you find yourself first and goal from the 1. You have to find a way to get that last yard and put the ball in the end zone. There's no excuses to miss a touchdown here.
On second down, here's McCarthy. And he's in. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Packers.
Mike, what a game, but now what decision are they going to make? They find themselves down 1. I think this is a no-brainer. Ball on the 2-yard line, dial up your best offensive play, and go win this game now.
And an exhale there. Extra point is good. Now, next score wins as we play on here in overtime. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Horn now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Drive will start on the ground. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? Once he realized there was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll swing this out to Dowdle. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. And that not a guy you can afford to lose here in overtime. Third and long. To throw is Young. Here's a screen coming for Dowdle. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no good.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
Doing there, they made sure he would not get free.
At their own 30-yard line.
On first down, here's McCarthy. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run it over center with Mitchell. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. That's That's another quick first down. And that's a 25-yard gain.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. So a big kick coming here for Ryan Fitzgerald. This one to win it in overtime. This kick is good. He got it. So it's a win for the Packers. This was a close-fought game. They were able to get themselves into field goal range here at OT. The final kick sailed through the uprights to finally close out this victory.